பேனர் வைங்க முன்னாடி இல்லாட்டி.
ஒரே செகண்ட் என் ஸ்கிரீனை ஷேர் பண்ணும்.
மேடம் ரெடி இல்ல நீங்க? மேடம் நீங்க ரெடியா? ஹலோ
ரெடி சார்
ரைட் இது நான் சொன்னா
Yes, I'm ready, sir. sir. பேனர் வந்துருச்சாமா?
சார் ஸ்கிரீன் வந்துருச்சா? ஸ்கிரீன் வந்துருச்சு. ஓகே நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க. லைவ் போதான் செக் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
இது சார் லைவ்ல வந்து அந்த டெஸ்ட் தான் வந்திருக்கு.
ஓகே சார்.
மேடம்
Yeah, fine. Welcome you all on behalf of Periyar University. அம்மா கேக்குதா? எது கேக்குதாமா? நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா? நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதாமா? So shall we start?
Madam, madam, just for 5 minutes, madam. Just 5 minutes, madam.
Okay, sir.
மேடம் you can talk something.
Okay.
We'll start. You can you say something about the seminar. You can say.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you can start.
சார் மேடம் மைக் மியூட்ல இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're audible. You start.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, fine. With blessings and Almighty from Almighty and best wishes and message note from our Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor P. Kulandevel and words of motivation from our Honorable Registrar Dr. K. Thangavel and enormous support and guidance from our Principal Dr. P. Karthikeyan, we inaugurate this online national webinar on obstacles and guidelines for publishing papers and journals. I welcome you all once again for this webinar. I convey my sincere and heartiest thanks to Dr. A.M. Venkatachalam, Director of Libraries, KSR Group of Educational Institutions, and Professor Dhanushkodi, HOD of Library Science Department, Alagappa University, and my dear friend Dr. Jayasundari, Christopher College of Education Librarian, and my brother and professional friend Dr. Brahmanathan, librarian from Mahindra Engineering College. Let me share a few words about our college, Periyar University Constant College of Arts and Science, which is located at Paparitipatti, Dharmaburi district in a green environment and serene atmosphere. Our college runs 6 UG courses, BA English, BA Tamil, BSc Maths, BSc Computer Science, Bachelor of Commerce and BSc Mathematics, and 3 postgraduate courses, MA English, MA Tamil, and MSc Mathematics, catering to the academic needs of our rural community in and around Dharmaburi district. With best infrastructure and talented staff members under the leadership of our principal, Dr. P. Karthikeyan, we are marching towards our mission of providing quality education to the rural masses. So regarding this national online webinar, this is our first national online webinar about publishing quality papers. So as an academician and fellow academic people, I would agree that publishing quality papers in a reputed journals with high impact factor will be the dream and goal of all the people who are working in colleges and academic institutions. I assure you that this webinar will help and guide you to achieve your mission. Right now, I would like to invite Dr. A.M. Venkatachalam, Director of Libraries, KSR Educational Institutions, who has been the mastermind and support for this national webinar, to introduce our chief guest, Professor O.L. Shanmugasundaram, sir. I welcome Dr. A.M. Venkatachalam, sir. The screen is yours now. Venkatachalam, sir.
Very good evening to all. It takes me immense pleasure to today's resource person. I thank Periyar University Vice Chancellor, Periyar University Registrar, Principal of Constitute College, and my friend, Organizing Secretary of this webinar, Dr. K.S. Kalyani, who have given me the opportunity to introduce the resource person. Dr. O.L. Shanmugasundaram is a professor in textile technology at K.S. Rangaswamy College of Technology. He had 18 years of teaching and research and admin experience in an engineering college in India. He completed his diploma in textile processing in the year 1996. He graduated in BTech Technology from Banariam Institute of Technology in the year 2000. He achieved the GATE examination with 83.21 percentile, All India rank 93 in the year 2003. He received his MTech degree in textile technology in the year 2005 from Alagappa College of Technology, Anna University campus, Chennai, and completed his PhD in medical textile from Anna University in the year 2011 under the supervision of Dr. R.V. Mahendra Gowda. He served as joint supervisor for 3 PhD scholars under Anna University and supervised for 1 PhD scholar under Bharatiya University. He disseminated his research results through regular publication in scholarly and peer-reviewed journals, published by Elsevier, Springer, Sage, Taylor, and Francis, etc. He has authored 52 research papers that were published in impact factor journals. He has, to his credit, 38 papers presented in international conference conducted by leading institutions like New Jersey Institute of Technology, USA, IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras, IIM Trichy, NITJ, etc. and 7 others in national conference. He has contributed 3 book chapters in Elsevier, Springer, and River publication. His current research activities focus on healthcare and hygienic textiles, synthesis of nanoparticles polymers, and its application in wood dressing and tissue, encouraging developments of drug releasing structures motivated by the emerging challenges in the field of medical and sports textile technology. He has 327 citations for his research work, and his H-index is 12 and I-index is 15. His research productivity shows him to be an active researcher with multifarious facets of his personality. Today we have a very good personality, Dr. O.L. Shanmugasundaram, as a resource person. Welcome you, sir. Your stage is yours, sir. Please carry on.
So, thank you very much for the introduction. First of all, is it audible for all the participants?
Yeah, it's audible, sir. You may proceed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yes, madam. Okay. So now, very good evening to one and all present here. At the outset, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Vice Chancellor and Registrar of Periyar University, Salem, and express my sincere thanks to the Principal and Librarian of Periyar University, Constituent College of Arts and Science, Dharmapuri. At this juncture, I wish to thank our Principal and Librarian for the opportunity given to me to talk on this particular topic. So I thank one and all. So now let us move on to the topic. I think now the screen is visible to everyone.
Sir, visible, you can proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So today I am going to present a topic on obstacles and guidelines for publishing papers in journals. So as already Dr. A. Venkatachalam, librarian, has introduced about myself, but a small introduction about myself. So this is the brief introduction. So here I would like to mention about my guide. So Dr. R.V. Mahendra Gowda is my PhD guide. So he has actually not only guided me during my research work, he has guided me in my life also. So three things to be followed in your life. So what are all the three things he told? First one is ethics. The second one is speak truth. Even if you forget what you have spoken, so nothing to worry because you have spoken only truth. The third thing is never lose hope in your life at any situation. These three things to be followed in your life. So as per my guide's instruction,
This is screen early, no?
hello. So as per my guide's instruction, still I am following these three things in my life. So apart from that, Dr. A. Venkatachalam introduced me a lot. Okay.
Well, sir,
Yes, sir.
please share your screen share. Your screen is not shared, sir.
Sir, I have shared screen. Muthusankar sir told actually you can proceed now.
No, your screen is not in YouTube, sir. It's not visible to us.
Oh, just a minute, sir. I think now it is it visible, sir?
No, sir, it's not visible.
Uh, actually, hello. I have shared actually I have shared my screen, sir. Duplicate only.
Sir, still your screen was not shared, sir.
Sir, I think that advertisement, no, sir, that Periyar University,
Yeah.
that is only visible, I think, sir. Am I correct, sir?
Yes, sir, sir. The banner is visible. Your screen is not shared
Sir,
now.
actually, they have to remove.
Already it was removed, sir. It was removed.
No, it is visible. That is the reason why my screen is not visible to you.
Okay.
I think Dr. Tangadurai, sir, I think he has to remove. அவங்க சத்தம் கூட வேண்டாம்.
ஸ்பீட் வந்துருச்சா?
Madam, is the screen is visible, madam?
Sir, in live it is not visible, sir. Still the banner is there, not the screen.
I think who has put the banner, they have to remove, madam. Then only my screen will be visible, I think so. I think Dr. Tanga have to ask.
Tangadurai sir இருக்கீங்களா?
Sir, Tangadurai sir. Hello. Sir, Muthusankar sir, actually.
Well, sir, please wait. We are checking.
Okay, no problem.
Have you shared your screen, sir? Yeah, now it's okay, I think. Yeah, yeah.
Sir, now the screen is fully shared. No problem. Huh?
Sir, 1 second,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
So now it is visible, sir.
Yeah. Just a minute.
Only thing I have to press the F5. That's all, madam.
And now it is okay, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
is it visible slideshow mode or in some other mode?
Common mode, you can put it slideshow.
Yes, now it's visible.
Sir, 1 second.
Yeah, okay. You continue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now it's,
Just a
is
minute,
it
just a
okay,
minute.
madam?
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
And now
Okay,
it is
thank
okay,
you.
sir. You can proceed, sir.
Okay, thank
Sir,
Hello. Yes, so today I'm going to discuss, these are all the topics I am going to cover in this particular seminar. Okay, so first one is introduction, then coming to the pressure on the journals, then what are all the formats to be followed, then hypothesis and objectives, then common reasons for rejecting the papers, selecting a journal for publication, publication process. Many authors try to publish, then how to write a research paper, then advantages of peer review process, disadvantages of peer review process. So these are all the contents to be covered in this particular seminar. So before getting to the next slide, I would like to ask all the participants, so what is the reason why the researchers, the academicians or the scientists try to publish their research work in a research journal? What is the reason or what may be the reason? Please tell me, any one of the participants, why the researchers, scientists, academicians try to publish their research ideas or the research innovations in journals. The reason behind. Please, any one of the participants from the, is it audible?
Yes, sir. It
Hello.
is audible, sir. You go ahead, sir.
Yes, madam. Actually, I have put.
It's perfectly audible.
Yes, madam. Actually, I have put forth the question to the audience, but no one has replied. Okay. Okay, no problem. So coming to the what I have asked, why the scientists, research scholars and faculty members try to publish their research work in the journals, either it may be an international journal or it may be a national journal. The first reason is the job prospects. So in order to get a promotion from assistant professor to associate professor, from associate professor to a professor, so you need to publish few journals or few research works in a particular journal, because as per the UGC guidelines or as per the AICT guidelines, the faculty member has to publish. Then the second reason is, if you want to pursue postdoc in any of the foreign universities, definitely you need to publish few research articles in a refereed journals. The third one is, you want to get a research proposal to be approved by any of the funding agencies. What the funding agencies will look, your biography or your CV, whether this particular author has been published or done any research work in the proposed grant, because he or she should know a preliminary research idea on that particular proposed grant. So these are all the main three reasons why the academicians or the research scholars or the scientists publish their research work or their idea in a research journals. Then coming to the other areas, in order to get a reputation of universities, even colleges or research institutions, there is no other go the all other peoples have to publish their research work in the research journals. But the researchers need to know, similarly, the researchers need to know the information on new technologies. Suppose if you are doing a research work, then you are finding a new idea or a new innovation in your outcome. If you are not publishing your ideas or innovations in a journal, how come the other researchers come to know what are all the findings you have found out during your research? So based on your research, the other researchers can further further they may study or they may do further research work on their particular topic. So these are all the main motivation for the publication in journals. But what the researchers are facing, the researchers are facing difficulty in publishing papers in journals. The main reason is inexperience in writing papers in a journals. I would say rather inexperience. See, basically, research article writing is an art. In a simple sentence, I would say the writing papers for a journal is an art. Okay. Then coming to the pressure on the journals. See, situation in
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt.
yes, madam.
I find a person in the comment section that you have to increase the volume.
Oh,
So if you can please kindly increase your voice, sir.
yes, madam.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you. So now let us see the pressure on the journals. So situation in journals does not favor the researchers. So what are all the pressure? Because if you look at the paper submission in a particular journal, in each and every year, it is increasing. Their publication issues may be 12 per issue or 24 per issue, but the number of papers receiving for that particular journal is increasing by so much. That is one pressure. Then coming to the second most important is journal subscription. This journal subscription is not increasing even universities, colleges, or the research institutions, because based on the journal subscription only, they will those who are working in that particular publication, they will get salary based on the subscription only. Their salary is based. Okay. Nowadays, the universities, even the colleges, the research institutions, not subscribing many journals, even as per the UGC instruction or as per the AICTE instruction. The each and every college or university has to subscribe certain journals. Okay, then coming to the third one, too many journals are coming into the picture. Even not only peer-reviewed journals, even predatory journals are coming into the picture. So many journals. That too, you can pay 2000 rupees or even if you pay 3000 rupees, they are ready to publish your work without any sort of peer review. So these are all the pressure on the journals. So what the editor is doing to counter this pressure, the editors are maintaining high rejection rate. I would say it is a 70%. But if you discuss with a particular editor or in a particular journal, they are maintaining even 90% rejection rate. So that is true. So what they are expecting? They are expecting need high quality papers. So if you write, if you do some research work, so you have to give a good quality of research or good idea or a novel idea to be proposed in a particular journal, or your paper should reflect a novel innovations in your paper or in your research work. Then they are restricting the page numbers and they are also charging per page. So these are all the counter measures the editors are doing in their particular journal. So as a result, what will happen? It becomes increasingly difficult to get papers published in refereed journals. Yes. So what the researchers or the academicians have to do, they have to write the papers properly. Then only your paper will get through. After all, there are so many obstacles in publishing papers in a particular journal. Then coming to the next agenda is format. See, authors must follow the journal guidelines. First of all, the authors have to read twice or thrice what are all the guidelines given by the particular journal. Even sometimes the authors are not able to understand the guidelines. What they have to do, suppose if any guidelines they are not in a position to understood, they can mail to a particular editor, then they can clarify the doubts for that particular journal. Then the third item is too lazy to look for and follow them, because one journal they may ask the reference in an MLA format, the other journal they may ask in some other format, because the reference, there are so many formats are available. So the author has to follow what are all the guidelines given by that particular journal. Then only the editor will look into your article first of all. Otherwise, what the editor will do, the editor will return unreviewed manuscripts if the guidelines are not followed. Yes. The most editors have sympathy with non-English speaking authors. Yes. But what is the true or what is the fact? The time and publishing pressure does not allow even a sympathy. This is what happening in all the journals. Even if your English is not up to the mark, the editor may give sympathy, but the time and publishing pressure will not allow the editor for the sympathy. Okay. Then coming to the hypothesis and objectives, many papers fail to show specifically what is being addressed. Yes, even I am receiving so many papers for reviewing, but when you look into the abstract or when you look into the hypothesis and objectives, I couldn't able to find out what they are trying to convey in that particular abstract or in the particular objective. So it is very difficult. So the reviewers may not take so much risk to read your paper, and they may not even time to read your objective and what you are trying to convey. So the authors have to do so much hard work, or they have to write the hypothesis and objectives in that particular paper is very, very important. Then coming to the other, framework of scientific issues need to be provided in the abstract. Similarly, and in the introduction part, if you look into these two areas, many of the papers they are failing to address their framework of the scientific issues in the abstract and as well as in the introduction part. This is the reason why the paper is getting rejected. Similarly, hello, then without adequate rationalization, it is also difficult to publish. So you have to take care while writing your paper. These are all the aspects. Hypothesis and objectives are very much important while writing your abstract as well as in the introduction part. Then coming to the common reasons for rejecting papers. Please, all the participants, please look into the slide very carefully. The absence of references. Absence of references in the sense, you have to mention the current references as well as the old literature. The current references means you have to refer minimally 5 years. Similarly, you have to quote the old references, little bit 1992 or 1993. You have to quote those references in your article. Okay. Then lack of originality, then lack of novelty, and the lack of significance. These three factors are also important If you fail to address these three things in your paper, definitely your paper will get rejected. There is no other second option. Then coming to the other aspect, experimental program has obviously been conducted without sufficient knowledge of published work. This is also very much important. Then mismatching with the journal, then rejection is norm in academic publishing. Even the researcher at the top of their field have experienced rejection. Even I have discussed one or two editors in elsewhere, even Springer, what they are telling, we are rejecting the Nobel laureates paper also. If the paper is not up to the mark, we are ready to reject even the Nobel laureates paper, because if the paper is not addressing properly, whatever may be the author, or the author is a topmost position, even if he or she publish 100 articles or 200 articles, the citation or the H index or the I-10 index is very very high, they are rejecting their papers. Okay, the work is not new. If the work is not new also, they are rejecting. They similarly, your work is not novel enough. So nowadays, if you look into these things, it is difficult to find new things to do. Yes, because if you look at the literature, so many works have been done in the universe or in the globe. Then what shall you do? So more amount of research work being done internationally. Yes, I do agree. Then what the author have to do? So you have to develop a new approach to a older problem. That is the best practice to be followed while doing any research work. Because if you want to do a new innovation, then you have to do so many literature survey, not only a single day, even if you took 6 months also, it is very difficult to get a novel idea or a novel innovation in your work. Then coming to the selection of a journal for publication. Yes, this is also very much important factor. Journals used by yourself or your colleague. This is also good best practice. Journals used by main researchers or authors in your area of research. You can select this type for publishing a paper in your particular area. Some journals are highly recommended for you for your specific area of research. Sorry. Then coming to the specific journals may be more prestigious for tenure and promotion. Then coming to the desired audience. See, while writing your paper, you have to take care the target audience also. So whom you are going to address, whether the paper is for the social relevance people or the industry relevant people or the academicians, to whom you are going to address. So these things you have to keep it in your mind while writing your paper. Similarly, you are not only writing the paper to a particular audience, you are writing paper to the reviewer also. So you have to keep these things in your mind while writing the paper. Because then coming to the impact factor and the ranking factor. So these things also you can keep it in your mind while selecting a particular journal. Eigen factor, then ISI journal citation report, then Simago report, Scopus, then Thomson Reuters. These things are also you have to take into account while selecting a journal for publishing your paper. Then the other factors are also indexing status by citation database, then journal information, that is circulation count, you have to keep it in your mind. Okay, how much circulation? Suppose whether it may be internationally circulated or it may be a nationally circulated, and you have to keep it the number of years in publication. So when the journal has been started in the year 2010, or it has been started in the year 1976, or a little earlier. So these are all the things you have to look into while uploading your paper in a particular journal. Similarly, the language, then number of articles published per year. See, if you look into these things, if a journal, if you take a particular journal, they will only 12 issues per year they may publish. So if you take 12 issues, what may be the number of articles in a particular issue? It may be 10 or it may be 12. So how many articles in a year they will publish? Very, very little. If you take some other journals, they will publish 24 issues per year. So ultimately, the number of articles in a particular issue is increasing. So this is also one factor your paper is get through in a particular journal. Then similarly, it may be a print or online journal. Then the frequency of publication. These are all the things are also you have to take care while uploading your paper in a particular journal. Then coming to the length of the review process. Yes, so if you look into the journal, they already they have been mentioned the average length of the time from submission to publication. How much time we took from for the review process. Once the review has been over, how much time we took from acceptance to publication. So you have to look into these things also while uploading your paper, because what the researchers or the particularly the PhD scholars are doing. See, without seeing these things, if you upload it, then it is very difficult to publish your paper within a particular or within the stipulated period of time, because if you want to submit your synopsis, what the universities are asking, yes, your paper has to be published in a particular journal. If you want to publish your paper in a particular journal, yes, you have to take care these things, the length of the time from submission to publication. Then similarly, the average length of the time for submission to rejection. How soon the author receive notice from the manuscript has been accepted for publication. It depends upon the journal to journal. It depends upon the reviewer. Even see, some journals they may took minimum 1 year for the review process. Yes, I do agree, because it depends upon the reviewer. See, if you take one journal, they may send your paper for 3 reviewers. In another journal, if you take, they may send for 6 reviewers. So if you want to get 6 review, it is very difficult to get within 3 months. So that is the reason why you have to look into the time of review and the length of the submission to publication process. Because to be frankly said, the reviewers are not only getting credit. Okay, they are not getting any remuneration for the reviewing process. So what the reviewer will do, only whenever the reviewer will get a leisure time, they will look into your paper and they will start reviewing. For reviewing also, please look into the, your abstract should be very, very precisely. Your abstract should have to convey the entire work has to be mentioned. Otherwise, the reviewer will get fed up and they will stop reviewing, and definitely they will look into other things. They will look into the conclusion part. Again, your conclusion part is not up to the mark. Simply they will send a rejection message to the editor. So please take care. Then coming to the review and the publication fees. So you have to take care these things also while uploading your paper. Then coming to the reputation of publisher. Yes, you have to take care, because elsewhere, Springer, Sage, then Wiley, so many reputation publishers are available. So you have to look into these things. Then coming to the editorial board. So you have to see who are all in the editorial board. At least any members from India or any members from any of the scientific community from India. Then it will be easy for your paper to get through in a particular journal. It is little bit only I am telling the editorial board is very much important because based on the editorial board also your paper may get rejected or your paper may get through. Okay, this is also one factor. Then does the journal provide free reprints or offering to the authors? Then does the journal provide unrestricted access to all articles within a these are all the things to be looked into while selecting a journal. Okay. Then coming to the publishing process, this is very much important for the editor. So I will go to the next slide. So once if you look into the slide, you will come to know how difficulty publishing your paper in a journal. Even whatever may be the game you can take. See, all are trying to give their inputs. See, each and every one, they try to put their goal. Only one person is succeeding. So that the similar way, many authors are trying to publish. Finally, only minimum authors are publishing their research work in a particular journals. So that is the message I want to. Then coming to the writing of paper. So abstract is very, very important. Even right from the beginning, I am mentioning it is the most readable, followed by the which you have followed in your experiment. So you should not write the abstract at the beginning. What the authors have to do? You have to complete the entire article. Finally, you have to write the abstract, because for a human being, heart is how much important for a human being. Similarly, the abstract is that much important for particular article. In a simple sentence, I would say that much important. Okay, then similarly, limit your words to 10,000, the entire article. Introduction part, yes, it is a least readable one. Even I won't read the introduction part at all. I am reviewing for the past 7 years. I won't touch the introduction part. But at the end of the introduction, the authors will write their objectives. Definitely, I will look into the objectives. Okay. Then you are not writing for the general scientific audience. Please keep it in your mind. You are writing the paper for the 2 or 3 referees. It depends upon the journals. Okay. Then while writing your journals, avoid jargons as well as the acronyms as much as possible, because it will make complication for the review process. See, simply if you put ISI, ISI is standard abbreviation is there. But if you claim some other abbreviation in your article, then it is very difficult to for the reviewer what you want to convey. So don't put so many acronyms in your paper. Similarly, avoid jargons in your paper. Then coming to the advantages of peer review process, yes, if you look into the picture, there are so many reviewers are there, yes. But the reviewer aim is not to reject your paper purposely. If you look into the matter, see, removing any personal biases, yes, that is the main reason. Suppose if you write your name in your paper, then if the paper is coming to me, if you are not friend or a little bit I am not, suppose I am against you, what I will do? Simply I will reject without reading your paper. So that is the reason this peer review process is very much important, because it will remove the biases. Then it stop poor science from reaching the publication. What the reviewers are doing? The reviewers are doing stop poor science reaching the public or reaching the society. The other objective of the reviewers are rejecting duplication research work and the plagiarized paper to the society. Yes. Then the editors will remove the poor quality work. Peer review, you have to enjoy the peer review process. Yes. So at this juncture, I would like to mention one of my paper. See, I have published one paper in an elsewhere. So far I have published 3 or 4 paper in elsewhere journal. But the first paper I have uploaded in the elsewhere journal, I took 1.5 years to publish my research work, because each and every time the reviewer is sending comments to me, because 7 reviewers they have sent comments to me, but each and every comment is very very valuable. So if you correct each and every comments, finally your paper will look very excellent manner. It also you will enjoy what the comments has been mentioned by the reviewers. Similarly, it will attract the best researchers and scientists to submit your papers. Peer reviewing brings innovative research to their attention. So these are all the advantages of the peer review process. Don't think that so peer reviewers are rejecting the papers. Peer reviewers are doing their duties in an exact manner, because if you attend the peer review process or the peer review training, there are so many duties and responsibilities for the peer reviewers. They have to do their duties. Otherwise, one day the peer reviewer is also caught. If you not carry out the review process properly, if the paper reaches to the public, nowadays who has been reviewed, it is also mentioned, they are also maintaining document in that particular journal. If any plagiarize or the duplicate research work has been found in that particular paper, the first person is caught by the editor is the peer reviewer. So the peer reviewer is the main responsible person. Okay, so that is the reason why I have mentioned so many points here. Then coming to the disadvantages also, because if you take any process or any product, it has advantages. Similarly, it has some disadvantages. I already told you the length of the process. Yes, if you want to submit your thesis or your synopsis within the stipulated period of time, so you have to look into the peer review, the length of the peer review process, how many months or how many days they will took for reviewing process. The whole process is a time consuming process. Yes, I do agree. It is also expensive process. Then one main drawback in this peer review system is no grading system about the quality of the peer review. So there is no grading system followed in the peer review process. That is the one disadvantages in the peer review. Then similarly, how effective the peer review process is really in detecting the errors in your paper. Even if you look into some of the reviewer comments, they will mention only your language is poor, you have put some past tenses instead of present tense, or instead of present tense you have put past tense. That is not a duty of a peer review process. Please, that is not at all a peer review process. That is not at all a duties and responsibility of a peer reviewer. Identifying a grammatical mistake, identifying a language error, these are all not at all reviewing. Then no way to know the expertise and the quality of the reviewer or the editor. These are all the disadvantages of the peer review process. Then coming to the title. So how you should write the title of your paper. The title should be brief. What the research work you have done, what the outcomes you have achieved, the entire thing. Sorry. So the entire thing have to be reflected in your title of the paper. See, don't claim the entire things are not delivered in the paper. Even I have come across these things. See, they have not done any work on that particular topic or particular area. Even they are claiming we have done this in the title of the paper. So don't claim the things that are not delivered in your paper. Then omit the words such as study, investigations, observations, etc. Similarly, indexing and abstracting services, it depends upon the accuracy of the title. Why I am mentioning? Because if you need citations, how your paper is projected in your other researches depends upon the title. Suppose if you type it in your google.com, any particular title, if your title should match, then only your paper will reflect, then the particular researcher will cite your paper. Just a minute. Hello.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Tangudari, sir.
Ma'am, wait, ma'am. Please wait, ma'am.
Okay, sir. I request the participants to bear us for a few minutes. Let me say within 5 minutes, I think we can revive this session. So participants, please bear with us. Within 5 minutes, we can get back to the session. So kindly wait. An important announcement to the participants, please bear with us. Within 5 minutes, we can revive this session. Thank you. So kindly give us 5 minutes. We will revive back. So please be patient. We will revive back within 5 minutes. Thank you. So after the session gets over, we will post the feedback link in the chat box as well as in the description. Those who are registered and those who have attended the session completely can fill the feedback form, which will be provided shortly. An important announcement, tomorrow also we are having a session on open education resources by the eminent librarian, Dr. K. Ilevalagan sir from Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchi. The topic is open educational resources. So those participants who are interested, you can just register for the event. The link will be provided in the chat box now. So tomorrow in the same time, from 6 to 7:30, we will be having open resources. Dr. K. Ilevalagan, so at this end of the session, if you got any questions, you can please post it in the chat box so that we can take it from the chat box. And the feedback form also will be provided at the end of the session after the resource person completes his talk. We will provided the feedback form link in the chat section, so you can fill up the form and submit to us. Again, I repeat, tomorrow in the same time, from 6 to 7:30, we got another national webinar on the topic open educational resources by the reputed eminent librarian, Dr. K. Ilevalagan from Indian Institute of Management, Trichy. Those who are interested, you can kindly register for the event. I will provide you the registration link in the chat box. Thank you. I think OLS sir has plugged in the laptop. He is
yes,
coming
madam.
back. Sir, are you there?
Yes, madam, I am there. Actually, slide is visible, madam.
I think 1 second, sir. I will check and tell you. Bhargavi,
Yeah,
is
it's
the
visible,
slide
sir. You
visible?
can continue.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Is it visible now in the YouTube?
Yeah, it's visible. It's visible. It's visible.
Sir, in our screen it is visible, sir. In YouTube Live, it's not visible, sir. Do check again, sir. Yeah, now it is visible, sir.
Okay.
Professor, you can continue now.
Okay. Oh, sorry for the interruption. Actually, a little bit. Okay. Coming to the title of the paper, actually, we have discussed how much important the title. So each and every author has to take care the title of the paper. So next we will move on to the abstract. So I already told you how the abstract should be. The abstract you have to write within 10 to 150 words. Don't repeat the information contained in the title, because even I have found few papers they are mentioning what the title has been represented, the same thing they are representing in the abstract. Okay, so you should not repeat the same thing in the abstract. The abstract, what it should include? The first part is rationally for the work. The second part is the principal objectives should be mentioned. The third one is scope of the investigation. The fourth one is some description of what was done. Then the summary of the result. Then a sentence at the end of the abstract. Definitely you should mention a major conclusion is useful. So what your research work is useful, whether it is useful to the society or where your work is to be applicable. Okay, so these are all the things to be mentioned in the abstract. So abstract should be very much informative. Okay. Then coming to the introduction part, I already told you the reviewer may not read or they may not take it into account how you have projected the introduction part. It should not be reviewed. But common mistakes in the introduction part, the authors are the area of study in the general terms without mentioning of their major findings. At the end of the introduction part, what you should write? The objectives of the work. So it should be clearly written. So these are all the things to be carefully maintained while writing your introduction part. Then coming to the materials and methods, yes. See, test for this section. Someone could repeat your experiment. What it indicates, see, we are writing this method can be adopted for achieving this result. Suppose if other researcher, if they do the same experiment, they may not achieve what the result you have mentioned in your paper, then again it is very difficult. So that is in a simple term, the repeatability or the reproducibility should be there in your experimental part. Then the most important information required is the design. So you should use the design of experiment in your experimental part. Then the statistical analysis should also be there in the results. Then the indication of replication. Then sampling numbers. How many tests you have carried out in order to find out a particular result. Suppose if you do only one sample, then you should not claim this type of result you may find or you may found at the end. So you have to carry out the number of sampling. The sampling number is very, very important. Then you have to mention the variation in data. The experimental design does not allow certain statistics to be used. Yes, definitely. It depends upon your experimental setup, how many variables you are going to address, how many factors you are going to address. It depends upon your experiment. So for this particular experimental design and the statistical tool to be used in your experiment, please consult the statistician before applying any design of experiments or any statistical tools in your experiment. It is better way. Okay. Then coming to the result, it is very, very important, similar to your abstract, because the reviewer will look into These things only. Keep this section focused and concise. So the word is very, very important. Keep this section focused and concise. The table and figure captions should be able to stand alone. Stand alone in the sense your caption should speak, whether it may be a table caption or the figure caption, your caption should speak. You should not look into the table, what the author has been tabulated or what the author has tried to convey. So you should frame such a caption in the table as well as in the figure. The other thing is your table and figure, it should be readable and should be visible. Then figure should be reduced in size as per the journal format. Then result should be short and sweet. In a simple sentence, I am clearly mentioning what your result should be. It should be short and sweet. Then coming to the discussion part, because sorry, some problem. I think I am getting some sound. So I request all the participants, please mute your audio.
Sir, please continue, sir. No problem. Please
Okay.
continue.
Then coming to the discussion part, yes, I found in many of the articles there is no discussion. So it should not be repeat of the result. Don't repeat what the result has been achieved in the discussion part. So you should discuss why the result has been occurred either in a positive manner or in a negative manner. So the discussions should be playing a very major role. But if you read many papers, the discussion part is very, very little. So what it shows, they are not in a position to discuss what the results has been achieved. Okay, whether it may be a positive result or whether it may be a negative result, you should discuss. Then it should not be a literature review. The discussion part, it should not like a literature review. Then speculation is heavily penalized here by referees and editors. Yes, we have to take care the speculation part. Then clearly written section which draws conclusion from the result. Then discuss what principles have been established, how your findings compare to the findings of the others. So definitely you have to write this part in your discussion, how your findings can be comparable with the others' findings. Suppose you take bandage. See, there are so many brands of bandages are available, but you have to compare. Suppose if you do research on a bandage preparation, how your bandage performance is comparable with the available bandage in the market. So similar way, you have to compare your results with the others' results. Then discuss the significance of the work. It is also very important. See, I am telling each and every point is very, very important. If you address all these points, no need to bother about whether your paper has been accepted or the reviewers may comment so many comments. Don't bother about anything. Simply be free. Your paper will go through, will get through in that particular journal. Then coming to the conclusion part, do good work with new information. Lies in the research, present it in an acceptable form. That's all. Conclusion part should be brief and it should be very concise. Then coming to the future work, yes, at the end of the conclusion, you should write what is the future of the work. What is the scope of the work? Yes, you have to list it out. Then only the other researchers can further carry your research work. Okay? How you are writing in the thesis. Similarly, in your paper also, you have to write the future work. Then coming to the reference part, Acknowledge the source of information. Two or more authors, you can put surname. If more authors are there, then you have to put et al. Then acknowledgement part, this is also very much important. You will have the people with hurt feelings. Yes. So don't put the people in a hurt feeling. So please try to acknowledge even who are all helped during your research work. Even it may be a lab assistant or whoever it may be. Please put it in the acknowledgement, because that is the only credit you are giving to that particular person. So acknowledging people even through discussion. See, suppose you have completed your paper, the paper is given to your colleague or friend. Please go through and give your suggestion. Your colleague or friend is completely go through your paper and giving feedback on your paper and comments on your paper. So based on the comments, again you are revising your paper. So in that particular situation, you have to acknowledge those peoples also. Okay, so this is also very much important. Don't put the people in a hurt feeling. Okay. Then coming to the referees and editors, yes, one referee is recommending and the other reviewer, referee in the sense here reviewer. One reviewer is recommending, the other reviewer is rejecting. What the paper will come to the conclusion, it gets certainly rejected. There is no doubt. Then a negative review on your paper will get also rejected. Be prepared to argue some of the points with the editor. See, some points you are ready to prepare, even you try to argue with your reviewers. Argue in the sense in a polite manner. Don't argue in a very in an anger manner. Okay, so you have to write the words in a politely. Your argument, it should be in such a way. Then only the editor or the reviewer will look into the argument part. Finally, the editor will accept the reasonable arguments. Yes, if your argument is very reasonable, the reviewer as well as the editor will accept. Okay. So see, this part will the authors are not ready. Even some paper, if you are, even I am reviewing few papers, the author is not ready to argue with the reviewer. Even I am putting a negative comment, the author is not ready to argue with the reviewer. So be prepared. Okay. Then coming to the impact factor. So it is a very huge topic. Already I have mentioned. So before uploading your paper, you have to take care whether the journal is having impact factor or not. Okay, whether it may be a 3-year impact factor or it may be a 5-year impact factor. So here I have mentioned how the impact factor is calculating. Okay. Then based on the, see this impact factor, I tell you one thing, it depends upon the number of issues per year also. The impact factor is also playing a major role. Suppose if one particular journal is issuing 12 issues per year, what will happen? The number of articles reflected in that particular journal is very, very less. If you take another journal, their issue is 24 issues per year. Then if you look into the how many articles is reflected in that particular year, many papers. So automatically the citation will increase. Once the citation will increase, definitely the impact factor will increase. Okay, so there are so many advantages in this impact factor, then so many disadvantages also in this impact factor. But impact factor is nowadays, it is very much important. Then coming to the merits of the impact factor. Yes, it provides quantitative tools for ranking, evaluating, categorizing and comparing the journals. Because you should have some measures, no, to evaluate the quality of the journal. So this is one criteria to evaluate the quality of the journal. So that is the impact factor. Then quantitative evidence for the editors and publishers for posting their journals in relation to the competition. Yes. Then recent use of impact is in the process of academic evaluation also. Suppose even if one assistant professor or a professor is published in a 2 impact factor journal, then see the other higher official, the professor, what they will think, definitely I will publish more than the 2 impact factor journal. Yes, this is also a good competition is taking place in the academic institution. It is also one of the welcoming. Then definitely the quality of the paper will increase, the quality of the work also will increase based on this competition. Then coming to the limitations, yes, it has its own limitations. I told you already in the previous slides. It depends upon the number of articles and the number of issues published in that particular journal. It will also have its own demerits. Okay. See, one thing, if you look at publish many review articles, definitely it will increase the impact factor of the journals. Why? The reason is, if you write a review article, what the author is doing? Author is collecting minimum 70 to 100 articles. So they are concising the 100 juices. If you take 100 apples, you are converting into a single juice. What the single juice contains? The 100 apples ingredients, the 100 apples taste. So if I am a researcher, what I will look, I will prefer only the review article, because I am getting the 100 articles content in a single article. So that is the reason why, if a journal is looking more review article, their impact factor is increasing, because more researchers, more scientists will look into the review articles rather than the research articles. If you look the research article, only you will get only one content or one novel idea out of one article. But if you read a particular review article, what you will get? You will get minimum 12 ideas or 20 ideas based on the number of articles he or she referred. So finally, the end of this lecture, acknowledgement. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Vice Chancellor and the Registrar of Periyar University Salem in their absentia. I express my sincere thanks to the Principal and Librarian of Periyar University, Constituent College of Arts and Science, Dharmapuri. I wish to thank our Principal and Librarian for the opportunity given to me to talk on this particular topic. So thank you one and all. So thank you very much for the opportunity, and thank you for the patient listening. Now if you have any queries, you can unmute and you can ask. So dear participants.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam. Please tell me, madam.
Sir, we have many questions in the live chat. I will just read out the questions.
Okay, I will take. Yes, madam.
I will tell you the questions so
minimum, that I will take 5 to 10 questions, depending upon the time, madam. Actually, another 10 more minutes are there, I think.
Yeah, we can go for the questions, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Participant Mr. Verma has asked, please suggest the journals, some related to social science papers.
Social sciences. Hello.
Yes, sir. Social sciences. Some journals related to social science.
See, actually, I am not aware of any particular journal for social sciences. You can browse it. in sciencedirect.com or in an elsewhere. The social science journals are available. Just a minute, madam. Otherwise, I will come out from the slideshow. Then it will be easy for me. Just a minute. I will let you know some of the journals. Just a minute, madam. Social science journals.
Yeah.
Just a minute, madam. Social. Okay. See, there is a journal in elsewhere, madam. The journal name is Social Science Journal. The name of the journal itself, the Social Science Journal, it is published by elsewhere.
Okay, fine.
Uh,
Sir, another
then, uh,
question. Yeah,
then
complete, sir.
another, Journal of Applied Social Science is available. It is published by Sage Publications. So these are all peer-reviewed journals and very good journals also. Journal of
Okay,
Applied.
sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. Another participant, Mr. Sahab Rama asked, sir, can we go for pre-review before sending publication?
No, that is not advisable. Actually, again, it will depends upon the person, because if you send it to the peer review process, see, the question is, I am not clear actually whether he want to send it to the other referees or in
Before publication, he is asking whether we can go for pre-review before publication.
no before publication. Peer review means for in their colleague or to their friends or in that particular journal.
No, he haven't mentioned about that, but he just says that
Okay.
can we go for pre-review?
So, see, peer review is very, very essential. I already told you in the slides also, because because if you convey negative output or negative result to the society will not get benefit out of your outcomes. That is the reason why the journal paper is under peer review process. The what the reviewers are doing, whether your results are purely it is a repeatable results, whether the other research can able to produce the result. Similarly, your result is useful for the society or not.
Okay,
So,
sir.
yes, madam.
Another question from Islam Lal.
Yes, madam.
हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कौन सा जर्नल में आर्टिकल देना चाहिए? So he is asking that how do we know that we can publish papers in the reputed journals? How do we know the journal's name? He is asking.
Oh,
How do you
journal.
identify the journals?
Madam, actually, there is a journal finders are available in elsewhere, even in Springer, journal finder is available. So what they have to do, no, they have to prepare title of the paper, then they have to prepare the abstract. So those things will be pasted in the particular site. Journal finder is there. Elsewhere is also offering, the Springer is also offering, then Taylor and Francis is also offering. So they have to type their title in that text box, and they have to paste it, the abstract in the box. If you click it, it will give you the list of the journals. It will be how much percentage of
Okay, sir.
acceptance of your paper in that particular journal. One paper they will give 20 percentage acceptance. Some paper, if it is most suitable, they will put a 90 percentage acceptance. So if you put 90 percentage acceptance, then you can upload in that particular journal. Then it will be very easy for get through.
Okay, sir. Manimuli participants has asked another question.
Yes, madam.
Sir, what is negative review results? Please explain, give some examples.
See, negative review results means, suppose, see, you are doing so many excellent work. sometimes your paper may not reach a particular reviewer, that is that expertise. See, I am a reviewer, I am received your paper, but I am not expertise in your area, what you have mentioned in your research work. But even though I have accepted to review, so then what is my ultimate the result? My reviewer result is not exactly matching with your research work.
Okay.
So ultimately, I may be give a negative result because I am not expert.
Yeah.
So in that situation, my my reviewer comment is not up to the mark.
Okay, sir. So we
Then
got another. So complete, sir. I think
okay,
you have still more to say. Complete,
okay.
sir.
So at the time, what will happen if the reviewer comment is reaching that particular author? What the author will come to know? Oh, we have received a negative result.
Yes.
Even though the author has put so many research work in that particular research area, then he has concisely written all the part in that paper. But if the paper is not reached to a particular reviewer, that reviewer is not expertise in that particular area, finally end up with a negative result.
So the same type of another question is there.
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
from V. Kandaswamy Sharma. He has asked what steps to be taken to publish in another journal if rejected in first attempt. So if your article is rejected in first attempt, so what
Yes.
steps shall be taken to get it published in another journal?
Better first step is first you have to get concurrence from that particular journal. I am going to upload it in another journal. First you have to get concurrence from the rejected journal editor. Sir, I am going to revise the same article. I am going to upload it in another journal. Please give concurrence. So you have to, the first step is you have to get concurrence from the rejected journal editor. The second step is whatever the reviewer has commented on your paper. So please put forth your effort. Please correct it exactly. At least 90 to 95 percentage of the comments has to be what you have to address. 90 to 95 percentage of the reviewer comments has to be addressed, then you can submit it in another journal. See, my personal advice is don't submit it to the other journal. See, whatever the comments has been given by the reviewers, please address. Even you take 3 months, even you take 6 months, no problem. Please address all the reviewer comments, 90 to 95 percentage. Please submit it on the same journal. Definitely they will take it.
Okay, sir. We can go for another question, sir. It is
Yes, ma'am.
from Ms. Parveen Bano.
Okay.
Journals never give the reasons for rejecting the paper. Then how will we know the drawbacks in our paper, sir? So if the journals are not mentioning why they have rejected our paper, so then how can we identify what are the drawbacks we have in our paper?
Yes, madam. Actually, see, if your paper is passed by the editor, the first step is the editor will give acceptance. Then only the second step is the editor will send your paper to the reviewer. So once if you get the comments, your paper is rejected simply means the editor is rejected your paper. It has not been sent to the reviewer. It has not been sent to the reviewer. The editor has been rejected. So if the editor is rejected means your paper is not fit to the scope of the journal. Your paper or your work is not fit to the particular scope of the journal. That is the only reason the editor is rejecting. They are not mentioning any statement. You are simply they are writing your paper is rejected. That's all, madam.
Okay, sir. We can go for another question, sir. Do you have time, sir? No issue, no? We can go for another question.
Yes, madam. No problem, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay, lot of questions. Sir, this question is from Dr. Rajbala Gaur.
Yes, madam.
If there are any reviews in a peer-reviewed article and some suggestions are given by the reviewers, is it necessary to update this or not?
Pardon, madam, I couldn't understood the question.
So if there is any reviews in the peer-reviewed article and some suggestions if they are given
Yes.
by the reviewers, so is it necessary to update the reviews or not?
Yes, madam. Definitely, you have to address all the comments. See whether it may
So
be a see. That's why I told you. See, suppose if the comment is not relevant to you, or not relevant to your work, you are in a position to argue with the editor. Argue in the sense polite argument. The comments is
Okay,
not
sir.
relevant to your research work. Definitely, the author is in a position to argue with the editor, similarly as well as with the reviewer.
Okay,
Don't
sir. The
hesitate.
Bharati,
Don't hesitate in that
okay, sir.
situation.
Fine. I hope the participants will listen to it.
Yes.
Sir, another question from Ms. Bharati Kukutla. Sir, is there any limit for review of literature for an article?
A review of literature for an article. Yes, madam, because
Is there any limit to it?
yes, here there is a limitation. You should not write more than two paragraphs in the introduction part. Introduction part is nothing but the review of literature. So you have to concise in a such a manner. It should not go not more than two paragraphs. Whatever may be the journal, your introduction part or the review part or the literature part, you should not exceed more than two paragraphs.
Okay, sir. So this is another question from Dr. Ganesh Kulkarni. What is
Yes.
about reference manual?
Reference management, actually there are tools are available. I think the participants also might be knowing about. There are many reference management tools are available. One is Mendeley, the second one is EndNote. The other management tools are available. It is very, very simple. No need to type the entire references because it is a very tedious process and also a time consuming process while writing your research paper. So the better way is use Mendeley or EndNote or other reference management tools are available. It is very, very easy. YouTube tutorial YouTube videos are available. You can go through. You can install either Mendeley or EndNote. It is very easy to managing the references.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is a question from Dr. A. M. Venkatachalam, sir. Sir, how can we
Yes.
calculate the H index of the author or an individual?
See, H index for author.
Sir, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Uh, Sir, OLS sir is, I think he's not in the line. He's not in the line now. OLS sir?
Well, sir, are you in the line?
I think some problem in his network. He's not there.
Wait, ma'am, I'll check it.
Okay, sir.
Well, sir, please reply. சார் அதை நீங்க பேசினாலும் தெரி விசிபிளா இல்லைங்க சார். எல்லாரும் கேக்குறாங்க, நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி எனக்கு விசிபிளே வரமாட்டேங்குது. எல்லா நீ சொல்றதெல்லாம் தெரியுது, ஆனா வரமாட்டேங்குது.
Is it audible, madam?
Yeah, sir, audible, sir.
Yes, madam. Madam, what is the question? H index means, suppose if I am publishing 25 papers, but my
Okay, sir.
first 10 paper has been cited 10 times. Each and every paper has
Fine.
been cited by 10 times, means my H index is 10.
Okay, sir. So this is the question from Mr. Madan Armugam. How much percentage of plagiarism in a journal is accepted?
Madam, actually, to be fact, actually, I am telling journal, they may not accept even 1% of plagiarism. Because nowadays, even all the participants might be knowing, see, there are higher officials, they are also now plagiarized, they are also caught. So what they are restricting, even 1% plagiarism is also not allowed in a particular journal. So you have to take care.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Yes, madam.
so no plagiarism should be
Yes,
permitted.
madam. Yes,
right?
madam. Yes.
Okay, sir. So this is question from Ms. Kritika. Is there any limit for the reference from other journals?
Number of references.
Yeah. How
See,
many references? Is there any limit?
Madam, number of references. See, if your paper is research, you can up to a maximum 25. If your paper is a review paper, you can go maximum 50 to 60. That is mostly suitable. Even if you exceed more than 60, then most of the reviewers or the editor will not accept. So if your paper is a research paper, you can cite a maximum of 25. If your paper is a review paper, you can go up to 50 to 60. Yes, madam.
We can mail you the so.
Please tell me, madam. Madam, audio little bit. Hello.
Still to be answered. There are many questions in the chat box. So I think we are running short of time.
Okay, okay, madam. So
we can give your mail ID to the participants so that they can mail you the questions to get clarification.
Yes, madam. Definitely. In the last slide, I am giving, madam. Please.
Okay, sir. Now I request our assistant professor, Dr. N. Ramesh sir, to proceed for the vote of thanks for this national online webinar. Ramesh sir.
Yes, ma'am. I am here only.
Yeah. So please unmute yourself and proceed for vote of thanks.
Is it audible for you?
Just a minute, madam. I will be showing my contact details for the participants.
Sure,
if
sure.
they have any doubt, can
yeah, you can show the details, sir, please.
Yes, madam. Just a minute. Madam, is it visible? My contact details.
Yeah, you can make it still more. What to say, sir? It's the font size is small. You can make it still more big. So make it big. Make the font size big so that it will be clearly visible. Make your font size big,
Okay,
sir,
just-
please.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yeah, now it is visible, sir.
Now it is visible, madam. See
Yeah, now it is
my
visible,
contact
sir.
details. Okay. So I request the participants, if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask either through mobile, or you can text me through email. Two email IDs I have provided, drols@redifmail.com, mail ols@yahoo.com. These are all the two mail IDs. Even you can make a call to my mobile number 9865659503. I will answer. Similarly, I will help you for publications. Definitely, there is no doubt.
Sir, shall we
I
move
think
for vote
the
of thanks, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Okay, okay. You proceed.
So prior vote of thanks, I will make this a small announcement to the participants. So feedback link will be provided in the description box, and I think you can scroll and see it will be available on the chat box also. So in the YouTube link, the feedback form description will be posted now, so you can make a note of it. And in the chat box also, you can scroll and see the chat box. The feedback link is provided. It will be posted now in the description also. You can make a note of it. It will be posted shortly now. Now I ask our assistant professor, Dr. N.
Yes.
Ramesh, Department of English, Periyar University, Constituent College of Arts and Science, to proceed for vote of thanks.
Thank you. Is it audible for you, ma'am? Kalyani, ma'am? Library, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you can proceed for
Yes,
vote
sir.
of thanks, sir.
Is it audible for you? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank
Ramesh,
you.
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you can proceed for vote of
Yes.
thanks, please.
Good evening to one and all. Really, I feel very happy to propose a vote of thanks for this valuable webinar on acceptance and guidelines for publishing papers in journals. As a research supervisor, today our resource person, Dr. O.L. Shanmugh Sundaram sir, clearly explained all the valuable points in a clear, soft and mild tone. Really, we are very much impressed for your presentation, sir. We are thankful for you for your acceptance and wonderful presentation. Thank you very much, sir. Next, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, the Registrar of Periyar University for their instant permission to organize this webinar. Thank you for them also. Next, I like to extend my sincere thanks to our principal for his constant support in each and every academic area. Thank you for him. As a backbone of this webinar, I like to thank Dr. A.M. Venkatachalam, Director of Libraries, KS Education Institution, for his fullest support to organize this webinar. Thank you very much, sir. Then I like to extend my sincere thanks to our Academic Organizing Secretary, Dr. K.S. Kalyani ma'am, and technical team members, Dr. Muthu and A. Tangadurai, for their valuable support. Thank you very much, sir. Then I like to thank our college teaching and non-teaching staff members for their full support for this first webinar by our college. So I like to thank all the staff members, teaching and non-teaching staff members. Thank you for them. Then I like to thank all the participants for your passions and the valuable questions. I'll thank each and every one. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
So thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, madam. Thank you for the opportunity given to me.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So the announcement is the feedback link will be provided in the description box. The YouTube description box, you can find the feedback link. It will be pasted now. Still we can't able to identify. You can mail us. We will send you the feedback link. I think you all got my mail ID. So if you are mailing us, we will send you the feedback link. Also, it will be pasted Find the feedback link in the description box shortly. Thank you all the participants once again for your patient listening. I thank all the technical team who has supported us from KSR Educational Institution, Tangaduri sir, AM Venkatachalam sir, and all the team members, Muthu sir, for their valuable support and guidance. Sir, Venkatachalam sir, shall we come to the
Yeah, we
Venkatachalam
conclude,
sir, are
ma'am.
you there?
We conclude.
Yeah. So thank to all the participants. An important announcement. Tomorrow in the same time from 6 to 7:30, we have another webinar on the topic of open educational resources by Dr. K. Ilavalagan, librarian from Indian Institute of Management, Tiruchi. I request all the participants to contact us so that we can send the registration link. It's open now. We can register for it. And please join us tomorrow in the same time for the next online webinar, Open Educational Resources. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Sir, let us conclude, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall
We'll
we leave?
conclude. Yeah, we
Okay,
will
sir.
leave. Thank you to all.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all.